The European Court of Justice has today passed judgment ruling that Poland violated the EU rule of law with its reform of the country's judiciary back in 2019. Well, for years, Brussels has been warning that Poland risks heading down a path towards autocracy with a clampdown on fundamental rights. And people in Poland, too, seem to be sending a similar message to the government. On Sunday, hundreds of thousands of people took part in an anti-government protest there in what had been one of Poland's largest demonstrations since the fall of communism in 1989. Well, for more, I'm joined by our European Affairs editor, Armin Georgian. Armin, just tell us a bit more about this decision by the EU Court of Justice.
Well, the European Court of Justice has essentially backed up the European Commission, which referred Poland to the ECJ. The court statement said that by today's judgment, the court upholds the Commission's action. So what was that Commission's action? Well, it was to say that Warsaw had refused to comply with EU rules on judicial independence, and that the Supreme Court of Poland doesn't have the kind of impartiality and independence that is expected under EU norms. So it is quite a milestone, Tom, because as you said, this dates back to 2019. So the European Commission has had this long-running battle with the Polish government, but now the EU's highest court has actually reached a decision pertaining to those same issues. So it definitely ups the legal pressure on Poland. It ups the financial pressure as well, because remember, Poland has already lost €500 million in fines over not complying with existing requests, and it also will ramp up the political pressure as well, because we've seen within the EU some EU leaders and institutions such as the European Parliament increasingly insisting on all EU member states upholding the same rule of law mechanisms, and also trying to make sure that whenever Central Eastern European countries get funding from the EU, that those things are conditional on carrying out things like reforms to make sure that the judiciary is independent and so on. So definitely pressure piling up on Poland, I would have thought, as a result of this decision by the ECJ this afternoon.
All right, well, thank you very much indeed for bringing us the latest on that new development. Armin Georgian, our European Affairs editor.